Well, hello. I'd like to take you all on a little adventure I went on about 7 years ago, 7 years ago, 2005 to be exact, so it's 2013, so that's 7 years ago. It consists of going after buffalo or the North American bison. Now there's only a few selected areas that you can actually hunt free roaming wild buffalo in the United States and in Alaska. And there's three areas in Alaska: the Henry Mountains of southern Utah, the Pink Mountains in British Columbia, and House Rock Wildlife Area in northern Arizona, and the Jackson Herd in western Wyoming. So you're pretty well limited of where you're going to go to hunt these buffalo. I chose to go on a buffalo hunt for one reason. Back there in 2004, some individual took it upon their own to shoot this particular buffalo in the Neil Smith Wildlife Refuge there in eastern Jasper County, I suppose. Anyhow, or Monroe County. But, and they did a pretty poor job, but the arrow hit right behind the front shoulder, and the DNR officer come to the local archery shop one day with that and the arrow and was trying to do some investigating. And you know how it goes, everybody had their own idea why the buffalo didn't succumb to death, which it did not die. And when there was, you know, he said, she said, and everybody had their own theory what happened with their arrow. Well, I took it up on my own to go and shoot a buffalo. I wanted to see what would actually happen when you launched an arrow at a 2,000-pound bull buffalo. And so you're going to see that on this movie. Now, you're not going to actually see me shoot the buffalo because I was doing it myself, and it was pretty wide open out there. And keep this in mind. When I went on this hunt, and I call it a hunt, because I'm like a lot of you out there, I was pretty skeptical of would I be enthused or would this be like shooting fish in a barrel. I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't. Matter of fact, it was one of the most sleepless nights that I've had on a hunting trip. I realized once I got there, after seeing how big these buffalo were, I was questioning whether I was up to the task. Now, you're out on a piece of prairie. That's where the buffalo lived in the past. That's where you're going to shoot them now. There's very limited amount to hide behind, and climbing up into a tree like you do here in your own state of Iowa and feeling pretty tall and proud when you shoot an arrow down at a 250, 300-pound buck deer. You feel pretty manly about that as long as you're up there in a tree. When you get down on the ground with a 2,000-pound, 1-ton bull buffalo that can headbutt you from here to Mars, it's a whole different story. And I was really pumped. And there was a little time I wasn't really that, what I would say, that aggressive on wanting to get right into their face. I was hoping that might take me a day or two. Fortunately, I killed it on the first day, but it wasn't something that can actually happen every time. I sent several people out there since, and they've all found that it was a hunt, you know, quite a hunt of a hunting experience, and a hunt maybe not of a lifetime, but you definitely respected what you were doing. It wasn't the fish in a barrel syndrome. So for you guys to think this would just be a pushover, well, you might want to shut the video off right now, because it wasn't. And I'm not going to bullshit you. It was something to do. And for you people that are planning on, if you were going to go on one of these high dollar buffalo hunts in the United States, if you're fortunate enough to draw the tag, this would be a good warm-up, a good preload to getting ready to see what that buffalo is going to do, instead of having that high-dollar tag in your pocket and all the expense of getting to an area and then not having harvested an animal that size before. So this would be real good practice. And the meat's pretty dang good, too, and you get a bunch of it. Anyhow, sit back and enjoy. I hope it's educational. I shot, the first shot was at 40 yards. It got pretty good penetration. The bull ran. Then when he stopped, I shot him at 50 yards with a two-blade broadhead with a cutter on it. It got good penetration, but they really got some big bones in them, folks. So you want to shoot a lot of pounds and real high penetrating broadheads. I would not hunt a buffalo with an expandable broadhead. That just not with the bone structure they have under that hide. So without any more of me rattling on, sit back and watch the video, and maybe you'll pick up some things, and maybe one day you'll find yourself out there on the prairie. And believe you me, when I say prairie, you can see your dog leave home for 3 days. So, oh, enjoy.
Well, here we are, the Mickelson cattle ranch in Maureen, South Dakota, February 7th. Travis has taken us out on the range, and there should be buffalo coming over that ridge pretty soon, big time. Well, there's the buffalo up on that hill. I mean, that is some buffalo. Travis is going down. He's got to open some water up down here. He's got to chop a hole so they can get some ice. This is the 7th day. This is the 7th day. Hey, I got you on film.
Nice.
That's one of your finer moments. Yeah, getting that chopped out. 7th day of February 2005. It was 65, 60 degrees back here last week, and altogether different. Here's what we're here for. Ooh-wee. Done got some buffalo. Mercy sakes alive. This is Maureen, South Dakota. Approximately 680 miles from Des Moines. It's about 9 degrees above zero. Winds out of the northeast. It's fairly chilly. Oh boy. And it's lunchtime. They have approximately around 300 cow buffalo. Looks like a lot of tatonka to me, and they're moving fast. I don't think I could outrun these guys. Boy.
Now there's a couple bigger bulls coming down here. See, now there's a couple bigger bulls.
That is awesome. You're right about those cows. I mean, most people wouldn't even distinguish a cow between a bull. That's got to be a bull.
That's
yeah.
a big bull there.
Yeah, that,
Look at how big he is.
Jesus Christ.
He stands over 6 foot at his hump there.
You see that scar mark on his side?
Yeah.
Is that about where you aim? Or a little
yeah,
lower?
A little bit back from that, just a hair, but not very much.
But at that elevation right there.
Yep.
Right there. Okay.
Because if he lifts his head up to a normal stance, he'd be right about in line with his tail to his head. Of course, he's not for sale. He's in this bunch because he's a breeding bull.
Oh, he's breeding them? Okay, that's cool.
But we've got bulls that are just like him.
So what do you think we're in with probably 90% of these cows right now?
Over 90%. There's basically 150 cows in here, and there's 6 bulls.
So the cows, if a guy was to shoot one of these cows that you're looking at, they're $1,000,
Right.
and these look pretty impressive to me for an Easterner. You know, that keeps in mind for a guy that's planning to hunt. With you.
Yeah, they're nice. I mean, that's what everybody needs to realize about coming out here and hunting is that these cows are nice trophies. You know.
Oh yeah.
Not only that, but they're nice eating. They're better eating than the older bulls are.
Yep. You know, if you could harvest one of these cows.
Oh sure.
There's you're going to have the trophy appearance of one. You know. Yep. And I'll bet you 90% of the flatlanders don't even know a difference between a cow and a bull.
No, even some of my neighbors out here, they have a hard time telling the difference from the cows from the bulls when they don't know them, you know.
Well, Travis, you definitely know your buffalo. And you definitely have the numbers. Wow, this is impressive.
This is just half the herd.
Wow. This is the Mickelson where you stay at. And this is Travis's mom, Del Rey. These people really know their buffalo. This is a unique experience. We're out here in the shop. This is Travis's dad. They're just bringing in a buffalo this gentleman just shot.
What's that? Right.
Makes a pretty big hide there. Now Travis, when you have that hide tanned like that, that's basically in the tanning process right there?
This is just the salt process.
This
is just to dry it down.
Right.
We have to send it off to a tannery in Idaho.
You send it to Idaho, huh?
We send it to Moyle, Lincoln Hide, in Heyburn, Idaho.
Now when a person would have one of these tanned like that, is this like to hang it on the wall or on the floor, like a throw rug type situation?
I'll show you one, but it's garment quality soft.
Huh.
We've got some in the house I can show you.
Wow.
Oh, I got one more.
Now it's in the stage of being dried down with salt and scraped down and ready to go to the tannery. Well, this is inside at the Mickelson's home. This is where the hunters will be staying and eating. It's $100. It's $100 a night or day for your supper and stuff, and I'll take you down to the living quarters of the hunter here, but a person is more than welcome, just like eating at the finest restaurant out. $100, the nearest town's like probably close to 40 miles, and you'd burn that much up in gas, so I'll take you downstairs and show you the living quarters for the hunters. This is down here is where the hunters will stay. There's plenty of room down here to accommodate, well, 4 or 5 hunters about the bed.
Open the stove up so you can see the fire.
You got a nice warm fire down here. I don't know how this is for $100 a night. You can't beat this. I mean, this is really accommodations beyond. I mean, you have your bunks down here, and it's really warm. They have a bathroom, microwave. You said you had a microwave in there?
Yeah, there's a microwave.
Refrigerator.
Yep, refrigerator.
Everything you would need to.
Whatever you.
Yeah.
This is all hunters can just help themselves if they need something. They keep pop-up stuff and Nutri-Grain bars in the cupboard.
Wow. I mean, this
Popcorn,
is
cold cereal.
This is better than Holiday Inn. Oh, here we are. This is where you're gonna stock them. The buffalo. Or up over this rise over here. I'm going to try to go over. I got the wind coming from my back, so I'm going to try to make it stuck. Well, this is the first day of the hunt. There's my van in the background back there. I'm trying to stalk over this hill and come up on these buffalo. That ranch off in the distance is Travis's grandpa's ranch. And there's some big bulls. And I'm going to try to get around behind them. Well, I've been stalking for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. And I'm down in this drainage. And I really like being down here in these trees. It kind of seems pretty vulnerable out there on that open prairie. I just had a bull just walked across the top of that ridge. So I'm pretty close to him. I gotta be real careful now. This is hunting in every sense of it. I mean, you just don't want to spook these bulls, plus you don't want to get ran over. So you can see it's a great vastness out here. And the bulls are here, but you gotta really play a game to get them. It's hunting in every. I haven't experienced any non-hunting mood about this, so it's not a piece of cake. He got 2 arrows in him. He's going down. So really took a look at. I gotta watch it now. I have no backup here, so I'm going to stay close to these trees. He may lay down, hopefully. Yeah, I shot him at 40, quartering away. Looked like a real good shot. And I shot him at exactly 50, penetrated to the fletch. He's laying right there. He's trying to get up again. He's a big bull. Now is when they say it could be the most dangerous. Once those other ones start smelling that blood. That's why I'm not getting too far away from these trees. They know something's wrong with him. That's an awesome animal. I'll tell you what, I recommend this hunt to any whitetail. You want a thrill and you want to challenge yourself. Pull down on a 2,000-pound animal with a bow and arrow. It's a whole different game. I'm gonna let him die and back out of here and call Travis and his dad. That is one huge, huge animal. bow and arrow. It's a 125 grain stinger on a new Axis arrow from Easton out of an Old Glory bow. Put one of the largest beasts on North American continent down. Yeah, he's on his side. This is when they say that those buffalo could get real wild right now. Not that they're not wild now, I'll tell you what. I had my hair up on my neck all the way over here to try to shoot this guy. And, yeah. They ain't no one of the tribe or one of the troop have fell. This is made possible by Mickelson Cattle Ranch. Travis Mickelson, Sam Mickelson, Delray Mickelson, and this was all the hunt that a man can expect with a bow and arrow. These buffalo would have ran in a heartbeat had they seen me. I'm a total snow camel. That's amazing. Now you want to see where my bull is? My bull's clear down there. See where those bulls are standing? He's laying down there on his side. You might be able to see him in the camera. Yeah, you can see him down there, that black in front of that one. That's a long ways down there. Now to get that, when I got that, I stalked clear on the other side of that high line, way back there, clear on over the horizon, all the way as far as you can see where that horizon is, where my finger is. I stalked all the way around there, clear around. Now the wind's out of the south. Now I'm coming, this was north, now I'm coming back south, and got down in those trees, and that's where they were at, and that's where I shot him, and they're still standing down there. That was quite a walk. It took about 2.5 hours to get around there. Well, we're gonna go try to retrieve it. I recommend this hunt for a spot and stock hunt to anybody that's ever had a bow in their hand, and I don't care if you've had it for 50, 40, 100 years, you will enjoy this. I guarantee you that. This is not a shoot 'em in the corral hunt. That's for dang sure. Trying to move these buffalo out of here so we can retrieve this one. We don't want them out here when we're trying to get this guy on the truck. They get pretty cantankerous, don't they?
Yeah, and you watch their tails. When their tail goes up, you better look out. They mean business.
Yeah, I got down in that draw. I walked that whole draw out, and it was really hard to tell it was up here, you know. But the whole herd must have been up on top of this hill. How big do you think he is there, Sam?
1,800?
1,800 pounds, huh?
I would guess, yeah.
See, this was the first arrow.
See how he's broomed off?
Oh yeah, old bull.
That's a sign he's known. That one was
going
right in, but it didn't quite make it to the. It didn't make it to the chest cavity.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that one stopped right there.
Yeah, this one stopped. This was 40, and this was 50, and this one just stopped at 40 right there.
Looks like that one almost hit a rib and stopped.
I was dumbstruck that stopped that fast. That's a 2-blade broadhead, traveling somewhere around 278 feet per second.
Yeah, it must have hit something pretty hard.
It
you know, missed the shoulder blade. The shoulder's down there, so it had to be a rib.
You know, last night when Travis said that, it said about 8 inches down from that. You know, and that's even a little farther than 8 inches.
Yeah, that's more like 10, 12, 14 inches. Holy cow, that's a big son.
That's a big bull.
Oh man. Just pick him up and carry him.
Yeah. Awesome. Brought to you by Mickelson Buffalo Ranch. This would be Maureen, South Dakota. This is Sam. We're going to drag him up and get some pictures of him. That is one big buffalo. How big do you think he is, Sam? 1,800 pounds? 2,000?
2,000, right in there someplace.
What age?
I have no idea for sure.
Probably over 5 or 6.
Oh yeah, he's more like 10 or 12, I would guess.
I don't know what his teeth look like. He's got good big teeth yet.
Huh.
Of course, we keep cows till they're 20 years old.
20 years old, huh?
They'll have calves still when they're 20 years old.
Boy, he's a brute, though. It's like a dinosaur. Yeah, we're going to lift him up just like a big hay bale. And that'll squat. Is that a half-ton truck there, Sam?
No, it's a 1 ton.
Well, you need a 1 ton for this guy, eh? Now you get an idea how big that thing was, a monster. Yeah, that's quite a sight going down the road. That's the load for that 1 ton truck. Sam says it's probably around 1,800 pounds. It really squatted that 1 ton truck when it went up on there. That's a huge animal. Huge animal. Yeah, this is something you'd only see in South Dakota. These people make their living and their livelihood out of wildlife, and it's really cool to help them out in business. They'll do everything they can do to make your. And like I say, this was a hunt. It's a hunt. This is as good a hunt as I ever had hunting anything. I mean, you had to, even though they were out there, you still had to make the shot. And when you're shooting a bow and arrow at something that big, I'll tell you, you just don't know how it's going to react, and you don't know how you're going to react when you draw down on it either. It's not, if it wants to come your way, it can really do some devastating damage. This is back at Sam's house. We're going to do a little butchering, open him up. Yeah. Quite a job. Quite a job. Tractor will pick him up. It'll be all that. It's 8 above 0 right now, about 4:30 Tuesday night. That guy was a behemoth. I can't believe how big that head is. That's just awesome. The first arrow, I'm sure, did the lungs. The second one, it helped it out. But the first one, that bull was dead. Okay, it had to got into the lung cavity. We'll know in a little bit. That's awesome. Gives you a pretty good idea how big that thing is. That head is huge. I mean, what a head. Amazing. Hit it right there. And a cut right there. That was probably the first hit right there. Taking him apart. This is Travis on the left and his father, Sam, on the right. Keep in mind it's between 6 and 8 above 0. We'll be taking the hide off now. That's one huge animal. Unbelievable. Bow and arrow can bring such a beast like that down. Now that first shot hit right there. Hit dead on a rib. Got in penetration, but that's what slowed it down. It took that one lung out. It would have died. It took a while for it to die with that one lung. So you can see the second shot was a little farther back up. The first shot was right on the money though. You can see on this side, that blood clotting, there's a hole right there, and what happened is the second arrow passed through it. It entered back, angled forward, and got that blood clot, got an exit hole on the outside. That's amazing. This cost $200 for Travis and his father to gut this out, and it's worth every bit. Their fingers are probably froze stiff right now. But, it's really cold. I'm glad that carcass is warm. At least it might help them a little bit. I don't know. That's one large animal.
That's gonna be a nice head.
This is the buffalo after the fact. Hanging out at Archery Field and Sport. Makes a beautiful trophy. Notice quite a bit bigger than your average white-tailed deer.